Okay, today I have quite a bit of welding to do. So this is a new project. This is a great big rake that's going to go in a lake, and the whole reason is to rip out invasive milfoil and lily pads. So at the lake there's nice clear very warm water, and it's about perfect for growing milfoil. The milfoil is invasive and it shouldn't be there, and there's lily pads coming in as well. So what I'm going to build is a great big rake that's basically going to scrape all those weeds out from the root. For the steel, that's 3 by 3 square tubing. It's 1/8 wall. The pipe is it's a 2.5, schedule 80, I think, and I think it's 3 1/4. Those will telescope in, and then I have about 200 feet of rebar, some angle iron. I got a couple hubs and these tires. So these supplies, basically the rake I'm going to build is going to be fairly simple. I don't have a whole lot of time to spend on this. I actually only have about 1 day to do it all. So I've picked materials that I think will come together pretty easily, and it's going to be pretty basic, but hopefully it works well. The teeth of the rake are going on pretty well. It's pretty straightforward to keep them evenly spaced, but I'm looking at this now and I think they're too close together. So I do want to get the roots of the weeds. There's definitely going to be mud involved. And there's sand down there as well. But just looking at this now, I think they're too close, and it's not by much. I'd like to have them about finger width apart. So this right now is about 1 every inch. I think it probably should be about 1 every 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. And is it worth taking them all down just for that? Well, I don't know, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. These are all just tacked. So well, those came off pretty easy. It makes me think I'm going to have to turn the heat up on the welder when I put them back on. Okay, so that's the rake with 1.5 inch spacing. I think it looks better. I think it was probably worth adjusting that. So they're all tacked in. I'm going to, I'm going to weld them all the way around. I'm going to really burn them in there. That's some pretty heavy pipe to burn into. So I'll do that, and because I spaced it a bit more than I expected, I do have some extra rebar. That's all right though, I'm going to find, well, I'll find other uses for that at some point. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with how that rake looks so far. So here's the essentially complete rake. As you can see, there's attachment points on the frame and on the rake, so it can be pulled in either direction. On the back of the frame, there's limiting blocks that limit how far back the rake can pivot. There's also a stainless pin, and that helps lock the rake in position. Here it is at the beach. Right now it is pictured in the locked up position. This is just for moving it around. When it's in the water, the pin is released and the rake pivots down. And basically the way it works is we would use a boat or a jet ski to pull it out into the water, and then it basically needs a vehicle like a truck to pull it out. It does take quite a bit of power to pull it out. With a good pull, it'll easily pull a few hundred pounds of mud and weeds out, so it does work very well. I did a couple small modifications. I put a couple more rebars transversely along it just to add some extra support to the rebar. I did find that the rebar is a little too malleable for this application. You know, round bar maybe would have worked better. And you can see there's a few bent teeth there. And you know, when it hits rocks, it does tend to bend a few of the teeth. Maybe that's a good thing, and maybe they just bend instead of breaking. But every once in a while I'll have to go back and bend them back straight. But overall, it actually works very well. All right, that's it. See ya.